Have you ever been trapped between a secret so heavy it crushes your soul and the desperate need to share the truth with the one you love? In the quiet hours of the night, when every heartbeat is a reminder of the storm raging inside, I stand on the precipice of confession, trembling as I weigh the price of silence against the risk of unraveled truth. I remember those moments when my hands betrayed my inner state, shaking uncontrollably, my chest tight as if bound by chains, and a voice that almost refused to escape. In that vulnerability, I was both lost and found, caught in a struggle, where every second of silence deepened the weight of a secret that threatened to sever the bond I cherished most. The secret I've carried for so long isn't just a detail of my past, it is the heavy cross between love and loss, echoing in every laugh we've shared, and every promise whispered between heartbeats. I stand at a crossroads. On one side lies the comfort of familiar silence, and on the other the perilous unknown of revelation. Every shared smile, every touch, feels shadowed by what remains unspoken. My heart is in turmoil, torn by the knowledge that if I continue to hide this truth, it will gnaw away at the edges of my very being. I remember a time when I promised never to hide anything from you, a promise now burdened with my own fears and doubts. If you love them, you owe them the truth. That old truth haunts me in quiet moments and echoes throughout my days. In the dim glow of evening light, I recall the rush of anxiety that surged through me as I considered the possibility of letting these words escape. It's not that I wish to hurt you, for every syllable is soaked in love, yet the potential for pain looms, as large as the secret itself. I watch you, your every expression etched into my memory, as if memorizing your face might prepare me for what comes next. I see the gentle way your eyes light up, how a smile can turn hope into comfort, and yet I worry, will those familiar features twist into an expression of shock, disappointment, or even rejection, when the truth finally slips free. As the minutes pass, my mind races with memories, the times I let you see every vulnerable part of me, the moments when our hearts entwined as if nothing could break the fragile bond we had built. And still there remained this one secret, a specter that haunted every word and every gesture. In those memories I remember promising that nothing would be hidden, that transparency would be the cornerstone of our love. But the truth I hold is not merely a facet of me, it is a truth that has grown heavier with every day, every heartbeat, every stolen moment of quiet introspection, where its presence thunders silently in the background. I often lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling as if it were a mirror reflecting back my inner turbulence. The room is silent, save for the staccato rhythm of my racing heartbeat, a reminder that every moment delayed is a moment where the truth further ripens into a dangerous inevitability. I feel a persistent and palpable pressure in my chest, as if burdened by an unseen force, urging me to either speak and shatter what remains, or continue to wallow in this suffocating secrecy. It is a battle fought on the stage of my soul, a conflict between two voices. One urges, hold it in, protect us from heartbreak, let the silence keep its fragile guard. The other, louder and more insistent, screams that the cost of carrying this secret is too high, that the burden of unspoken truth is poisoning the foundation of everything we have built. I imagine the moment of confession, a wordless pause before a storm of words that might redefine our world. My thoughts whirl with the fear of rejection, steeped in the memories of past promises, and the imagined future where your eyes no longer shine with the same warmth. That thought, the idea of losing you because I dared to speak, is like standing in the cold gust of a winter storm with nowhere to hide. It is a paradox that tortures me. Every time I approach the brink of confession, the words falter on my tongue. They taste bitter, heavy with the promise of painful change. I know that if I remain silent, the secret will continue to fester, a wound that only deepens with time. Yet if I free these words, I risk shattering a connection built on trust and understanding. I recall those rare instances when, in the midst of our laughter, I almost found the courage to reveal it all. When the intimacy of shared smiles made me think that perhaps you were ready for all of me, unguarded and raw. But then doubt would creep in like a chilling fog, clouding every prospect with the possibility that this truth could be too heavy a burden for you to bear. In the waiting and the trembling, I glimpsed the very heart of our struggle, a choice between love and loss. I stand at the edge of an abyss where one misstep could lead me into the void of shattered trust and ruined memory. My mind replays the risk. If you pull away, if your eyes darken with disappointment when you finally know all of me, then everything we have shared might disintegrate like sand slipping through trembling fingers. The tension is palpable, a quiet yet fierce tempest that surges with every moment of hesitation, and yet the silence is a lie in itself. Each heartbeat demands authenticity, a genuine connection built on the courage to face the shadows together. There have been nights when desperation has made me rehearse the confession over and over, a litany of words so raw and heavy that they almost come alive in the dim light of solitude. I see your face in my imagination, etched with doubt or perhaps illuminated by the soft glow of unconditional love. In my reverie I whisper the words. They tumble out like fragile droplets of truth that might either cleanse the wounds of the past, or leave them bleeding open. Standing here now, heart pounding like a frantic drum, I realize that this secret has become more than a burden confined to my soul. It has intertwined with our shared life. With every gentle touch, every word of affection, the lie of silence looms larger. Every moment without confession is a ticking clock set to a future that may be too heavy to ignore. I draw a deep breath as I edge closer to the truth, knowing that once set free, these words will forever alter the course of our lives. My trembling lips hold a secret born of love and fear, a choice between preserving our fragile comfort and risking the unveiled honesty that could either unite us more deeply or tear us apart at the seams. Now imagine that profound moment when the air seems to hold its breath and the heart shakes with certainty. That is when everything changes. With a voice wavering between trepidation and earnest desire, I step forward. I murmur the first words, letting them fall between us like fragile glass shards that might wound or might pave a path to redemption. In that instant, the battle between truth and silence reaches its crescendo. It is the pivot upon which our story will turn, and nothing will ever be the same again. In this moment of raw honesty, I ask, can love survive the full unveiling of truth? It is a question etched into every beat of my heart, reflected in the glimmer of your eyes, and weighted by the gravity of secrets too long suppressed. The truth I hold is not chosen lightly. It bears the scars of years spent hidden, the silent suffering of a soul divided. But I know that if I continue to hide, I betray the very essence of the love we vowed never to compromise. So as I stand on the edge of this confession, I choose to risk the shattering of a fragile peace for the possibility that in the raw honesty of our shared vulnerability, we might rediscover the deeper truths that bind us. Remember, if you love them, you owe them the truth. Let this be a reminder that our courage to confront lives and the bonds we hold dear. Value honesty in relationships and consider the importance of facing uncomfortable truth.